Hi, this is David. I want to do a video, it's kind of a strange one perhaps, on getting old. And I look at my demographics on my YouTube, which I really never thought anybody was going to look at any of these tapes. I just put them on because I had nothing to do, and that was therapy for me. I've been thinking a little bit about this tape, about growing old. My demographics show that I have some young people that watch, and a lot of middle-aged people. But the thing about being old is that I don't have too many subscribers that are my age. They're dead, or they're laying in a hospital, or in a nursing home. I'm sorry. Oh, God. So I have to appeal a little bit to the younger generation. If I appeal to those that are 65 and over, I don't have any. I look at my demographics, I go, whoa, 13-year-olds I'm looking sometimes, and middle-aged people, they're doing good, but the old people, they're all dead. So anyway, I'm going to document this video again for myself that, I don't know, I remember well being young, and I've had a good life. I've done a lot of things, been a lot of places, and the purpose of this video is that if anybody is watching that has had health problems or has had some kind of a spouse die, I haven't had a spouse die. I've had 4 divorces, 1 annulment, but I'm getting to that point now where I don't look in the mirror anymore because I thought I had black hair and I weighed 175 pounds and a six-pack, as the kids say, and buff, as the kids say, and I don't look like that anymore, but I just thought it was the mirror lying, but it wasn't. I'm going through what every human being goes through, and if you're watching this, you're going through it too. I wanted to give you some words of comfort and encouragement. I've needed that from time to time. I had serious health problems exactly a year ago. I had quadruple bypass surgery. When I do crap, I do it well. It's not single by or double or try. It's quad bypass. And I want to be open, and I want to be honest, and I want to be realistic. I'm not here to paint a picture of happy cheerleader. I haven't always been that way. Since I've left the Mormon church and got that stress off of me, my life certainly has been 100% improved. But be that as it may, if you're having cancer or you're having surgery or quad or you've fallen down and broken a hip, I'm still quite not into those areas of life yet. But I'm into areas of life that I think I can give almost anybody some words of encouragement and comfort. I didn't think I was getting old until I started missing off-ramps that I'd been going off of for 50 years. And I go, what the hell? And then I got the GPS, and the TomTom. And he'd say, turn to the right. I'd clear over in the left lane, freaking out on the oldies from the 50s, and I missed a turn. So that was my first indication that, I'm not 17 anymore. And from that point on, it's gotten worse, okay? But I want to give a feeling of levity. This is going to happen to all of us. And do you grow old gracefully? I don't know. I don't know if that's the right word, gracefully. I get angry. Yesterday, I bought a ladder because the lights in the upper parts of the house here are out, and they're 12-foot ceiling here. And so I had to get a ladder. Well, I got it home all right, no problems, like a 20-year-old. I got it upstairs, and I started pulling the globes down, and suddenly I'm breathing like I've run a track meet, and I'm going, what the hell? I'm just putting light bulbs in here. What's going on? And I'm barefooted with my socks on the ladder, aluminum ladder. I go, God, my feet hurt. Now, I used to work construction. This is baby crap for construction, but I have diabetes, and I go, God, my feet hurt. So I said to my baby girl, I still have 2 kids at home, and I said, go get me my shoes. And she says, well, Dad, why do you have to wear shoes? I said, shut up. You don't need to know why I need to wear shoes. Just go get me some shoes. So I got up on my ladder, had to get it tilted just right, and the globe I couldn't hold and then screw in the bulbs. I had to call the baby again. He said, hold the globe, and I'm yelling like an idiot because I'm upset that my body is wearing out. It's not like it used to be. And I didn't do anything to deserve this. Well, a little McDonald's here and there. Well, a lot of McDonald's here and there. And so, here it is a year after a quad, and I feel pretty good. I feel pretty healthy and energetic. I can run a little bit if I had to. If you offered me money, I could run a lot. But anyway, it's taken me a year to recover from quad, and when I sneeze now, still my chest hurts a little bit. Not like the first week. Oh my God, I don't even want to go into that. But anyway, I finally got the bulbs in the lights, and the last light in there I turned, and the damn socket comes off the ceiling. Now I've got light bulbs hanging on this piece of crap that's hooked to the electrical. At this point, I don't even turn the lights off. I'm hoping that wire will put me into the here and next life. Oh my God, so now I gotta try to screw that thing back up. The baby's holding the globe. I'm swearing like a sailor, and I'm trying to put that up, and finally I had to go to the store, buy a 3-inch screw, and finally get that sucker up, and it's there, and it works. Okay, now, what do we do? What do we do? We're past the age, I thought I was. I adopted 2 little girls, and I've got still a 8-year-old and a 13-year-old here in the house. And a man just came in with my daughter's friend. And he was older, like I am. And I didn't know quite how to handle it, so I just introduced myself and gave him my name. And then they were going out the door, and I said, well, now, are you her father or are you her grandfather? I'm both. I said, I understand. No problem. You can be both. Because he looked at me and thought, is he the father of these kids? So you get that. My little 8-year-old last year when she was 7, she came home one day from school and she said, Dad, you didn't come to Grandfather's Day. I said, well, honey, I don't belong at Grandfather's Day. I'm your dad. She says, well, you're old enough. Why didn't you come? So we get that crap. As you get older, you get that crap. And I couldn't understand. Oh, God, I'm giving this up. I couldn't understand why old men's pants keep falling off. Now I know. I've been thinking, should I get suspenders with shorts? I don't know. And I see these funny things, I have the... I have these ties on my glasses because, like most old people, I'm going, where the hell, where am I? I go, oh, and the kids will say, oh, Dad, they're on your head. Oh, okay. So these were wearing out, and I thought, hey, I'm going to be a smart dad, and I'm just going to super glue those. So I went to Walmart, and I never used to do this crap when I was young. And I took super glue, and I put it down in there, and then I put the glasses in. I go, hey, this is going to work. And so I said, I'll just let it dry, and I put it on my head like this. Well, 2 hours later, I go to get my glasses, and they're glued to my neck with super glue. I go, Jesus, how do I get into these things? This never used to happen to me. I was smart. I was intelligent. I was good looking. I danced, and I wasn't a track star, but I wasn't a nerd. So I had to tell my wife, she said, what's that red spot? That's me pulling the super glue off my neck. She's laughing and laughing. Well, all right, so our lives begin to change. Suddenly, when we see ramps, they look better than steps. I've noticed that. I'll take the ramp. So you start to age. You start to realize. And, I never had to wear glasses ever. I've had 20/20 my whole life. Now to read, I have to have glasses. And I know a lot of people my age have to have Coke bottle glasses. But thank God I don't. So many times our age is not a reflection of who we are in here. I just avoided it my whole life. I didn't think I was going to get old and die. I am. I'm getting old, and I'm looking forward to death. Now, let me tell you, we take a lot of medications. I discovered, 15 years ago, I'm diabetic. Well, I just, shoveled it off. I just told one of my friends, oh, my doctor just said I'm diabetic. And he's, oh, did you get meds? And I go, no, I'm healthy, man. I'm 48 years old. That's no big deal. He says, well, you're not going to die of diabetes. They're just going to cut your legs and your arms off and you'll go blind. I go, crap, I'd rather die. He says, well, that's why you go get meds. So I've had to be on insulin and shoot it. And the nice thing about being fat is you can shoot that needle right through your clothes. Now, I'm not a doctor, don't sue me, but I've been shooting 15 years right through my clothes, put the needle out, that's the end of it. So I'm diabetic. Well, now suddenly McDonald's is not as good a choice for me. And I'm thinking, God, I'm getting old. I can't even eat what I want anymore. And then they put me over in rehab for the cardiac recovery. I'm over there on the treadmills, and I'm over there rowing, jumping up and down. They go, hey, you're doing good. And I keep looking around, and I see all these old people. I go, geez, I don't want to hang out with these old people. And then it's like my YouTube. My friends shrink on Facebook and YouTube. They're dying. I go, that sucks, man. My friends, I don't have a long list of friends on Facebook. They're all dead. So I'm over there at rehab, and I'm running, and I'm doing this and that, and I'm feeling good, and I'm thinking, I'm going to be on the track or football team again. And I keep seeing these guys disappearing. I go, where's Ed Smith? Oh, he died last week. Geez, this looks like it's going to kill me in here. And now we have a pool. You can use the pool. I love to swim in the jacuzzi. So, okay, I'm going to stay if I can use the pool. Anytime. You can use the pool anytime you want. So I go into the dressing room of the pool. And there's like 5 guys in there that you need to help put their underwear on. They can't get it on. I'm going, this is a bunch of old people. So I go into the pool, and I see these women, and they're just walking. No one is swimming. So I dived in, which I shouldn't have. I've learned with cardiac problems, you don't dive much anymore. And I guess I must have splashed a couple of them, and I started swimming. And this old bag comes over to me and goes, hey, we don't swim in here. Oh, I'm sorry, I thought it was a pool. So there's like 9 old bags in there that are 90, and their hair is perfect, and they don't want it to get wet no matter what. And they're hanging on these worms. I don't know if you've seen these things, but it's like flotation devices. I'm swimming around and swimming underwater, and I go, geez, this kind of sucks. These people are old. So when I went back to cardiac the next day, the lady said to me, she's checking me in, and she said, did you like the pool? I said, no, you kind of led me to believe there was going to be a bunch of bikinis over there. It's a bunch of old women. Well, yeah, I guess that's true. I said, in here, it's a bunch of old men. Yeah, well, it's true. I said, listen, and this was after about 2 months I was in rehab. I said, listen, guys, you're wonderful. I love the cardiac stuff. I'm not crazy about sweating these days and, running on the track and jumping up and down, and, I'll do it, but I'm not enjoying it. And I'm going to tell you something, I'm going to quit. And I know you're going to go berserk, and my doctors are going to go berserk, but here's what I'm going to say to you. If I quit, I'll probably take 3 to 5 years off of my life. But let me tell you something, if I have to come in here every day and look at these old people crippled and dying, I'd rather not live that 5 years. I'm going to take my chances. I'm going to go out and live. I'm going to walk up as many staircases as I can, go into Walmart. My kids just went down to an amusement park, and we went on vacation, and I rode a jet ski the other day, which I should have never done it. It almost killed me, but I did. It was 117-degree temperature, and I'm out in it for an hour riding a jet ski. Well, anyway, what I'm saying is this is going to happen to all of us. Suddenly, we can't see as well. We forget where we are. We wake up and look around the room and think that it's 40 years ago. Our dreams change a little bit. Now we're getting up and going to the bathroom once, 2, and if you're diabetic, 8 times a night if you're not balanced off. You're spending $500 to $700 a month for medications, and you're saying, gee, I could really enjoy life if I had an extra $700 a month. And we're dealing with doctors and making appointments, and the dentist. I was in the dentist's office the other day, and they said, I think we're going to put a crown on that tooth. And I said, well, how much? And they said, well, it's going to be $2,000 or $3,000. And I said to the lady who was at the front of the desk, I said, now look, at my age, if you put something on there for $3,000 to $5,000, if I die tomorrow, do I get my money back? And she said, well, we have a 100% guarantee. Oh, I said, oh, good, that's good. She said, we guarantee it until your death. Oh, so when I die, there's no money coming back. No, but we guarantee that it'll be in your mouth when you die. Because she knows it could be any minute. Everyone's got a sense of humor. So anyway, I just want you to let you know that whoever you are, male, female, and it's harder. You know, the women, they live longer. Good Lord, they'll live 15 or 20 years after a husband. And there's nowhere to go. There's not much to do. You go over to the senior center, which, jeez, I've been to the senior center. There's too many old people there. It's not fun. I would rather go to my daughter's Halloween dance and to the haunted house. But it's harder. It's harder, and I'm not making levity of it. I'm having a counseling session with myself. This is hard for me to accept. I've always been smart. I've got a master's degree plus 28 graduate credits. I've had jobs and new cars and things, and I've been a fairly successful, in my opinion, in life. My ex-wives wouldn't agree with me, but that's my opinion. You can ask them their opinion. And I'm just saying that your life can be rich right up to the end. Now, when I was laying in my chair after open heart and quad, I wasn't sure that I wanted to live. I was in so much pain. Oxycontin was my friend. And oh my God, I took so many drugs. I was out of it most of the time. And I couldn't breathe without pain. I couldn't turn in bed. I had to lay on my back. I couldn't get out of the chair. The kids had to keep running the urinals back and forth to the bathroom. And I'm saying to myself, gee, you know, do I want to subject my children to a life of serving an old man and his needs? And there's a lot of thought on that. When I went in for the operation, I laid there for about 10 minutes before they were going to start, and I said to myself, there's a good chance I'm going to die in there. And what does that mean to my family? And what does that mean to me? So as we age, there are moments of reflection. There are moments of evaluation. Where have I been? Where am I? Where am I going? Is this worth it? Would I rather die and let my kids have the money for college? Is money for the living? Is it for the dead and tombstones? And, you know, I've been through all that. I went down to the mortuary, and I said to the man, I said, how much to cremate me? He said, well, you got to be dead first. I said, okay, everyone's a comic. When I'm dead, how much? He says, well, you have to have a box. I said, okay, you can put me in a box. And he says, the box is $1,200. I said, hell, $1,200 for a box? I could buy, you know, a living room set for that, not a box that's going to burn up. He says, well, the laws require us to have certain boxes. I said, gee, you know, could I just go down and get a Walmart box and roll up inside? He goes, no. So the mortuary guy wanted to know if I wanted to put pre-money down. And I said, well, you know, it's going to happen, but I don't know when. I think I'm just going to spend my money for myself right now and let the county bury me. I just want to be cremated and flushed down the nearest morgue toilet so that I can be with my family and friends. Well, he had a little sense of humor. So getting back to how you feel and what you're doing and what's going on, stay with good doctors. There's so many bozo doctors, I can't tell you. And I can't tell you when you go to specialists, good Lord, old people, we're so stupid. You know, we see these, you know, plaques on the wall and these degrees and everything, and we think this guy knows what he's doing, and then we find out that he was trained in India, and he doesn't speak English, and basically, you know, he's not a heart surgeon, he's a gynecologist. Stay with good doctors, check them out. I know you and me hate the internet. We didn't have computers. We didn't have iPods. We didn't have iPhones. When you picked the damn phone up at the house, it went through. Every time it went through. Now you get dropped, you get this, the satellite's not going, we're down for reconstruction or, you know, maintenance. I know your age and my age people, 65 years old, we're not used to that damn internet. But let me tell you, it's fun. I learned this. It's kind of fun. It gives me something to do. I can talk to myself. Some people look at me You know, I've been on the tube here for a month. 3,000 people looked at me. Well, one looked at me because I kept hitting my site 2,999 to see if anyone looked, but the computer doesn't know it was me. So, get on the internet enough to enjoy it. You can write letters to your kids, you can watch your kids, you can be part of the family, and you know, even if you're semi-bedridden or in a wheelchair, you can work up to an internet, and people are willing to help you. Your kids, your grandkids. I'm always yelling to my girls, get in here, Dad can't use the phone, I don't know the numbers. Fix this, the internet, the numbers, the letters are disappearing. And they come in. Yeah, I had two little ones today. My kids' friends came in, and I was typing a little thing, and they kept leaning over and go, that's not right, that's not spelled, oh, hit this here. I'm going like, I'm an idiot. Well, you got to have a little humility. We are idiots. When I got my master's degree, there were no computers. At the last year of my master's, the first abstracts came out on computer, and I could sit there and go through hundreds, thousands of abstracts to get my degree. Back in the old days, I had to go to the library and pull 26 books off, take a whole table up, and then try to coordinate and reference those 26 books. So, if you're getting older, you can give up, lay in bed, and look out, watch the trees and the leaves fall off. Or you can get up and do something. Now, what I recommend, what I've done, not for everybody. I adopted two little girls. I was 58, 59 years old. I've had them now 5 or 6 years. And they're both A students. I brought them from the Philippines, immigrated them, and they didn't have any English when they got here. And I fought with the school educational system and, you know, all the things I did as a young father. I don't recommend that for everybody. It's harder. It's harder when you don't have, you know, all of your faculties, and you get confused and you can't find the damn buildings. And when you get there, you realize you left the house with no pants. That sucks! I hate that when I go out and I go, oh shit, I just got my underwear on. So I go running back in the house, and then I put my regular pants on, and halfway to the car, they start to fall off. I can't put a wallet in my butt anymore, on my butt. It's too heavy, or keys, because it pulls my pants off. So, but you get to an age where people don't care. They go, oh, you don't have any pants on. I know. So, I don't think I'm growing old gracefully. I think I'm being an ass. Do I recommend it? I don't know. Your personality will depend upon how you face old age. It's not fun to lose our faculties. It's not fun to be made fun of. But you know what? If you make fun of yourself, when other people go, you don't have any hair, I go, I know, and you're kind of ugly. So, you know, you learn to deal with life out there. It used to be before quad surgery, when I went into Walmart, I'm in the handicap cart. Get out of the way, get out, you know, hitting them with my cane. Well, after quad surgery, I got rid of the wheelchair, and now I can, you know, normally walk around and be mobile. So, take life as it comes. You know what? I can't change mine, and you can't change yours. Our attitudes determine who we are. If we think we're old and we're decrepit and we're used up, and there's no reason for us to be here, let's go ahead and kill ourselves, then we probably will. So what? Who cares? Or we can go, well, you know, I love kids. I'd really like to take these kids out of the Philippines. They have no hope. They sleep in the gravel and in the mud, and they have no school or education or immunizations. I think I can do this. I had some of my grown children. I told you I have 14 children. I had some of my grown children come to me and say, Dad, do you think it's really fair for you to adopt kids that are so young, because you'll probably die and then leaving them on food stamps? And I thought, well, that's a consideration, and it almost happened. When I had heart surgery, it almost happened. It was almost like a prophecy. But you know what? My little one today, she just went down to an amusement park with her friend, and she finally has learned how to dance. She can hip hop, cutest little thing you ever saw in your life. She's in 7th grade, terrorized being a teenager, and finally went to a dance contest yesterday for Halloween, and she won. She's a straight A student. And for a moment, I'll be serious. There's special moments in life. And as old people, we have wisdom, hopefully. We have experience. We have knowledge of what's important in life. We need to hold on to those things. We need to emphasize those things. And yeah, I can't run with her and shoot the baskets, and I can't kick the volleyball like the other young dads and the soccer balls and whatever. But you know, I sit down with them and I talk to them and tell them how much I love them. And my girls still will come and sit on my lap and, you know, bring their teddy bear, the little one, and let me hold them and tell them how much I love them. So whether you're a grandparent, and probably most of you are, or whether you're going to help raise the kids, stay out of your kids' life. Let them raise their own kids. I can't overemphasize that. You're going to see crap like I see. You say something, they're going to keep you away. Just smile. Say, honey, I know you're doing the best you can, and you encourage your children, and the grandchildren will come and they'll want to play with you. And then pretty soon they're 9 or 10 or 11. They don't want grandpa around anymore, and they kick you to the curb. That's okay. That's okay. There's no guarantees in life of who's going to love us. But you know what? We can guarantee who we're going to love, and that's everybody. If it's the lady next door that's having trouble getting down the staircase, God, get off your ass, go down there and help her, or pick up some groceries. Or I saw one the other day, a mom trying to, get 3 little kids across the parking lot, and I stopped my car and said, do you need some help? I saw one at Walmart crying, she'd lost her mom. There's things as elderly people, if you want to call us that, can do. And I'll tell you what, if you want to cling to the old times and the old music and the old Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz and Lawrence Welk, be my guest. But you know what? Those times are gone. You're in a new world. You're in a new age. And now with my girl dancing and hip-hopping, and I got to take her over to her dance recitals, I have to learn a little bit of the music. I've got to quit saying, turn that off. It's just wild jungle music. I try not to say that anymore. We get in the car, I'm listening to the 50s. Driving along, and my daughter says to me, Dad, that's boring. She'll come up and change it on Cyrus Channel 12. Booming, screaming. I just have to deal with it. I'm her father. I've taken that responsibility on, and I don't feel that I'm getting old. It's just that when I remember back, old men's pants falling off and getting lost in the bedroom and not having balance. When I got on that ladder yesterday, I was on the second to the top step, and I kept bobbing and weaving, and I go, you know what? This doesn't look too safe to me. And I got my glasses on because I got to see the damn bolt up there, and then I try to climb down, and the stairs are all magnified, and I'm saying finally to my 9-year-old, little 8-year-old, she'll be 9 next month, said, get over here, I can't do this, I'm too old. So she's on a 6-foot ladder, and we're hanging on the balcony. We have an open living room that looks down, and it's like 25 feet. And she's up the top of this 6-foot ladder, and I'm showing her how to caulk the holes in the ceiling and then get her hand wet and wipe it smooth and repair. She repaired 3 over there, 1 here, 2 up there, and 3 in there. The kid, and I had to sit here yelling like, I'm training a construction worker. She's a 9-year-old girl. Don't give up. If we can do anything, God, get up and do it. Lay over and do it. You're bedridden, get your one damn hand on a computer. Get some headphones. Listen to your old music. Listen to some of the young music. Listen to the kids. Listen to your kids. Don't tell everybody about the good old days, because you know what? The good old days are dead. And as soon as you're dead, there are no more good old days. They died with you and me. So let's live in a modern age with modern people doing the best we can. We don't have those damn computer skills. I'm always yelling for help. I'm always swearing. I'm always jumping up and down and blaming, the software people that, they're idiots. Well, they're rich idiots now. All the nerds you and I used to laugh at in high school, they're multimillionaires and they're laughing at us. Enjoy. Enjoy. I do. I'm getting older. I get lost. I can't remember why I went downstairs. The pants fall off, and then suddenly, I didn't, remember why I'm going somewhere. I missed some of the kids' PTA meetings. I'm older. My brain is deteriorating. But you know what? Most you and me have enough brains. We built this country. You could take half of our brain and make it dead, and we could still rebuild this country. Don't underestimate yourself. You want to get a little part-time job? I did. I couldn't do it. I did it for 3 months. Stress was way too high, and I finally had to quit it. But I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I tried it. So remember, yeah, we're older. Yeah, we're going to die. But you know what? We built this country. In 1969, you and me sent someone to the moon when we were graduating from high school. What have these damn kids done? Hip-hop. 35, 40, I don't know, 50 years, who knows? We have something to be proud of. I was never a veteran. I never served in the military, but I'm very proud that my father was on the Essex in World War II, 45, and on an aircraft carrier. And you know what? We fought a world war, and we won. We invented an atomic bomb, and we still have it. We are the top country of the world. If these kids can't keep it that way, that's their problem. That's their problem. We don't have to stress about what we need to give to our children. What we need to focus on, I believe, is ourselves. God, we've already raised 1, 2, or 3 families. We've already raised 2 or 14 children. We've already had 7 or 9 jobs. We've already worked 30 years at one job. We've gotten up in the middle of the night. I got up last night at 2 a.m. to pick my kid up from babysitting. I was a charter bus driver for years when I was going to college. You and me know how to work. We are the old-fashioned work ethic. We have to combine with this new generation. We know certain things they don't know, and they know certain things we don't know. We need to humble ourselves and go, you know what? Whoever built that computer and that Google search engine, they're smart dudes. You can find anything in seconds. We couldn't. But you know what? They haven't been back to the moon yet either, have they? So, stay with good doctors. Take our medication. Yeah, we get some hard knocks and we can't go places and do certain things. I've had to turn my kids down. They wanted me to be on the zip line up there the other day at 70 miles an hour and falling, 300 feet. And I said, I would rather die. And the little one said, Dad, you'd probably die. And I said, you're right. I'm not going on the zip line. But I'll take pictures of you. And I'll have fun watching you do those exciting things. We have to cut back. We have to cut back. I don't like it. I hate it. I can't hike. I can't bike ride. I rode a motorcycle the other day. My son bought one. He said, Dad, you've been a bad dad. You told me you were going to teach me to ride a motorcycle. And I bought one, and I can't even get the damn thing home from the car lot dealer. Would you bring it to me? It's about an hour drive. Now, I haven't ridden a motorcycle until I was in the Philippines for years and years. And in the Philippines, we always ride 4 on a motorcycle or 12 on one motorcycle, and it's all dirt roads, and it's 2 inches of mud. Now, for me to do that when I was, 58 or 59, I was proud. I never went down. I never went down in the Philippines with all those people, and I had a big bike. And so the other day, my son said, will you bring me that one? I go, oh my God, here I am, almost 64, and I'm going to get on a motorcycle, and it's a big one, a big Honda 600 or something, cc's. But I did it. I said, screw it. If I die, I die. I think I can ride it, so I rode it in the parking lot a little bit, and then I got out on the road, and I was scared to death. I was scared to death. And I didn't have a helmet, and I said to myself, well, I'll probably die even if I had a helmet, so I didn't wear a helmet. I just drove it, and now I sit here, and I'm so proud of myself that, I did something I did when I was a child. So please, enjoy those last years. I don't know if tonight's the night. I don't care if tonight's the night. I've done the best I can. I've made this video. This one went to the amusement park. This one's sitting in her room because she did something, and life goes on. Don't step away from it. Step into it and still contribute. We can't contribute as much, and as we get more and more feeble and aged, we contribute less and less. But the amount we contribute is not important. What's important is that we do contribute what we can. Live your life, enjoy it, and love everybody. Don't shun anybody. Doesn't matter what they say about us. Doesn't matter how they feel about us. We have the obligation to love. And if we do, we're going to be happy. And if we're missed, who cares? Who cares? We lived it for ourselves. We have earned it. We have earned it. Spend those last 10 or 20 years doing what you want to do. And you may have to stop more often, and you may have to slow down, and zip lines you have to go by. And the kids wanted me to go camping up at Yellowstone the other day, and I said, you know what? I said, for me to sleep on the ground with the rocks, the mud, and the blood, and the beer, and the spiders and the snake, Dad doesn't really want to do that. Oh, okay. So I send them off with other people that like to do that stuff. You know, I get down on the ground, I might not be able to get back up. And if the bears chase us, I'll be the one eating because I'm the slowest to run. Enjoy your life. Thanks.